Good morning and welcome to Gypsy Kitty Tarot. My name is Amanda the Leo. Welcome, Leo. Today is the 8th of September. We are currently 15 to 17 degrees Sagittarius in the week of Sagittarius 2. And today is the day of abandon. So if there's anything, any old habits or something you need to abandon, things you need to get rid of, things that no longer serve you, well, today's the day to go ahead and say, you know what, I'm making some goals and I'm going to start taking action. And we have a great reading ahead of us too. I did get a glimpse of what's going on. I went ahead and shuffled all the cards prior to coming on camera because it does show that many people do not watch me shuffling in the analytics. So I've decided to just cut that off camera and just come straight in and just come straight with the information. But today we're going to be connecting with the tarot anyway, with the collective love and spiritual energy coming in for the week of 15 December through 31 December 2017 for the star sign of Leo. This is a mid-monthly spread, 11-card Celtic Cross Reading, and only a few clarifiers came through on their own. So I left them as they came through, face up or face down. And please be advised that energy is fluid, and the reading that we talk about in this video can show up before, during, or even after the week of designation for this video. So just keep that in mind, and you may want to come back and look at it again after the fact to see if there's any hidden value there for you, some messages that will resonate and help you along your journey. Okay. And again, this is a collective reading, so some weeks you'll feel like, wow, this is me, this is spot on, she's reading for me. And then others you won't feel like that at all. So that's perfectly normal. This is a general collective reading. So if there's anything specific that you want to look into, definitely, by all means, book a private reading with me and we can take a look at your situation in its entirety. And for cross watchers, this is going to serve the purposes for the energy in your sun, moon, ascending, and Venus for the star sign of Leo if you're cross watching. So welcome to our energy. And definitely subscribe, like, share, and hit the little email bell in the corner for me there, so that way you can get emails from me when I upload, and you're welcome to come and see the energy as it's coming in. And also keep up with promotions and giveaways on my Facebook page at Gypsy Kitty Tarot. Okay. All right. So Leo, we're the sun, right? Everybody says that we think that the world revolves around us because it really sort of kind of does. Okay. In many ways. So I'll give you a brief synopsis of what's going on as far as planetary alignments, and then we'll get started with the tarot. All right. So Mercury is currently in a retrograde right now. It is in Sagittarius, and it will go station direct on December 22nd, 2017 at 20:51 Eastern Standard Time. So that's to come, but until that day, we're going to be in a Mercury retrograde, which is going to affect communications, broad spectrum. Okay. All right. Venus also is in Sagittarius and will enter Capricorn on Christmas Day at 0026 Eastern Standard Time. So that'll be in the wee morning hours of Christmas on the 25th. And currently the moon is waning, and it was a super full moon on December 3rd at 11 degrees Gemini. This was a very important portal for twin flames. So if you understand and do research on twin flame research, this was a big deal for twin flames. And also we have a new moon coming up on December the 18th. That will be 18 degrees Sagittarius. So also Sagittarius energy. Still in the star sign of Sagittarius, right before the Capricorn cusp. And then to come, still concerning the moon, we have a new year moon coming up on January the 2nd. That's going to be in the sun sign of Capricorn, and that full moon is going to be in Cancer. So that's emotional moon after a new year. And then after New Year's, the sun will be in Aquarius, and then the full moon will be in Leo. So that could be a big deal for us too, especially with that Aquarian energy, which is quintusk on the wheel with us. So that's our opposite on the wheel. Okay, moving forward, still in the inner firmament here, we have Mars is in Libra and is almost in Scorpio. It's been in the Libra-Scorpion cusp for a couple of days now, but it will enter Scorpio on Saturday, December 9th at 03:59 Eastern Standard Time. Okay, so that's going to change some things too, especially with some love energy and some things that were holding people back. This is going to make things very direct. Although Venus will be going into Capricorn. So you're going to have a Capricorn Venus and Mars in Scorpio. So that ought to be interesting for us as Leos. Jupiter is in Scorpio and goes station retrograde on Wednesday, March 7th. So that's to come. And then Saturn is in Sagittarius, will enter Capricorn on the 19th of December. Uranus is in Aries, will go station direct in Aries on Tuesday, January the 2nd. So that's to come. And Neptune is in Pisces, will go station retrograde in Pisces on June 18th to come. And then lastly, Pluto, which some people don't even count anymore, but I still count, is currently in Capricorn, and it will go station retrograde in Capricorn on Saturday, April 21st, 2018. So those are some things to keep in mind. Since our ruler, affects everyone and everyone affects our ruler, we definitely have to keep a close eye on planetary alignment. Okay, so let's get started with the tarot. This is an interesting reading from what I've seen thus far. I'll be interested to see how the cards that didn't come through face up, fit into the big scheme of things here. So last week and the week before, we've been having this balancing act going on where we've been having a lot of swords energy, really trying to do the work. I mean, a lot of these things we're dealing with are cutting us deep into our very fabric of our soul. Very tough decisions we've had to make in the last 6 to 8 months, especially. But here, I would say in these last couple of weeks even, things have really picked up as far as the healing energy is concerned, it seems. But many of us are still struggling with this healing and dealing with our past. That's something that has also been coming up consistently with Leo. And this connection with Aries, which, again, we talked about Mars. It was in Libra, and it is about to go into Scorpio. So that relationship with the Sun and Mars definitely is showing here as this transit that's getting ready to happen, which is interesting. Again, a duality. We have had a little bit of duality, very similar to Aries. Of course, our readings have been, definitely connecting, to say the least. I was looking for the right word, but so let's get started. In the position of you, we have the Strength in reverse. Now, I wanted to show you what this kitty cat. I have this new deck. I've been using the Tales of the Mystic Cats deck, okay, by Linnea Weatherstone and Mickey Mueller. Beautiful deck. I love it. I've been working with it here these last couple of weeks, getting familiar with it. I love it. Can't say enough good things about it. Okay, so I want to show you these cards upright as well, and then I'll turn them back in the reverse so that we can continue deciphering their meaning. But this kitty here looks like one of my kitty cats, actually. I have 3 black kitties. So I'm going to call this kitty Mitzi because this is my Mitzi kitty. She's also a Leo, too. Her birthday is July 28th. She's a Jaleo. She's a Jaleo kitty. But as you can see, there's 3 little blue birds here. And this kitty cat has so much strength. She knows very good and well she could eat those birds alive. She might not get all 3 of them, but definitely 1 or 2 of them. But she doesn't need to do that because she's well fed. She's healthy. She's content. She has this beautiful garden oasis in the background, and she's very strong in her inner self. She's in alignment with who she is as a black kitty, okay? And that says a lot, especially for us as Leos. So seeing this card in the upright, it's very obvious that it would be our strength, our fire energy, very strong, brave heart, digging deep, you know, doing the work. And we've been playing the balancing act, especially with the Two of Swords last week. So we've been making some tough decisions. We've been getting through some tough times. And we've been digging deep. So this card is in the reverse, and we can clearly see, yeah, our world has been turned upside down quite a bit as of late. But we are still very strong as a collective energy. We will continue to be very strong as a collective energy. And we're doing the work. We're really digging deep. We're going deep within. So this is a good sign, although it is in the reverse. We are coming out of a hard time, and I'm hopeful. We still have a ways to go yet as far as, you know, feeling that transit, just because of the planetary alignments, if nothing else. Okay, so these are things that we as Leos are at mercy to, and this card in the reverse shows. Okay, so this one came through face down, and it is the Six of Sea. Now in this deck, they use the elements instead of the traditional cups, swords, hearts, pentacles, whatever. So anyway, when you have the sea energy, this energy is water energy, emotion. So this is hearts or cups. I'll try to define that as we go through, but they use elements instead. So this card is so sweet. I love this card. It has these 6 kittens, and they're swimming in this pool. And there's a picture of a tiger up here on the wall. I hope you can see that. There's a picture of this beautiful tiger on the wall here. And they're jumping in this pool with this childlike kitten joy, because they think that they're the tigers jumping into the pool. So this is the card of nostalgia. This is childlike joy, kitten joy. You're jumping into a pool and you're a baby tiger. You know, this is how you feel. This is the energy that you're surrounded by, even though your strength card is in the reverse. It's okay, because you're still surrounded by memories of childlike nostalgia, things that you've done, things that you're digging deep and you're seeing. You're even surprised as to what you're finding. So this is a good sign for the collective sign of Leo. All right. Now, what is hindering the collective sign of Leo currently is this passage. Okay. This is the 6 of Sky. Sky is air energy. So I'm going to turn around so you can see it. And this would be the 6 of Swords in the traditional tarot deck. So this kitty, if you look behind him, there's all these other kitty cats fighting. There are 5 of them back here in the background having this huge cat fight. And this kitty is walking away from it all with this discouraged look. Like, I'm fighting my own battles. I'm not getting in this drama. I'm not about to get scratched up. I'm not about to let, I'm not letting about any of this drama take me by storm. I know better. I know better. Okay? You, brave heart, Leo, you know better. But this card's in the reverse. And coming through in the reverse tells me that we are still currently struggling with walking away from things that do not currently serve us. We've had the passage. We've had the initiation. As a matter of fact, the Ace of Fire, which is the Ace of Wands, has shown up again. This card for us has been showing up every week, pretty much, for a while now. And, excuse me, this tells me we're going to be triumphant. But we still have some deep inner work to do. Maybe some fantasies, illusions, things that no longer serve us. We have to learn to evolve out of it. And that's tough to do. That's like having a paradigm shift. That's pretty, you know, big step to take into the future. So currently we are looking at this as, oh my gosh, not again. Hindering me drama. I cannot deal with the drama. I'm so over the drama. And I think we're all, as Leos collectively, pretty much in that same feeling as we're really tired of dealing with unnecessary drama. Okay, so in the foundation spot, this card came through face up, is the 7 of Sea. In the reverse, sea energy is water energy, emotions, so that would be hearts or cups. I'll turn it around so that you can see. Okay, and this kitty cat, 7 of Swords, basically, sky, okay, he has all these bubbles. He has all these bubbles, and inside of each of these bubbles is a dream or an illusion, daydreaming, or living a lie. It could be either or. It could be a fantasy, a complete fantasy, or just things that you fantasize about, perhaps. Both negative and positive correlation. But this kitty, he has his paw up, as you can see. He wants to put his paw in the bubble, but he's scared he might pop it because he probably has popped some before. Unintentionally. But this card is in the reverse. So perhaps in our foundation now, we've started to shed a lot of these bubbles. We've started to pop these bubbles, come to terms with what the bubble had to teach us, maybe why it was even there in the first place, and really embody the message, because it's in our foundation spot as a collective sign. So definitely ready to move past the illusionary state. And you know, what's the difference between illusion and planning? Taking action, right? So, you know, if you want to take action, perhaps you need to bust the bubble and let things come to reality. And then let's see where we stand and exactly what options we do have. What is in fact truth, what is real, and what is illusion and what is not real. That's what we're currently embodying in our foundation, which is amazing. Okay. All right, and the next card, it came through with a clarifier as well. It came through face down, is Cat Magic. Oh, nice. Okay, so Cat Magic. This came with the 7 of Sea, or Sky. I'm sorry, I'm still saying the wrong things. We're just talking about this. So this magic card, the Magician, basically, Cat Magic. He's got a cool lab. It reminds me of what maybe like Merlin's lab would look like, or something like that, as a cat. He looks so cool. He looks like a cat wizard. And he's got all the elements in his paw, and he's doing the magic. He's doing alchemy. He's doing it all. He's doing it up. But this card came in the reverse as well, paired with this breaking illusions. So perhaps because the illusions are breaking, many of us feel like the reality is just a little bit too stark. You know, it's a little bit too dismal. Maybe it's a little dark. Maybe it's a little unhappy. You know, maybe that's why we've been having some illusions, perhaps. And we know now that maybe that wasn't the best plan of approach. And going forward, we're going to really try to not have illusions holding us back. Whereas if we make things a reality, if we learn to come into our magician state and really manifest the things that we really truly want, then this would be no illusion. This would be planning. You know, this would be building, dreaming, manifesting, paired with this energy upright as well. So this is currently what we're working on with the Strength card in our U position. We're doing a lot of work. We're putting in the work, Leos. You know, a couple of weeks ago, I named one Balance, putting in the work. It was the 2 of Swords we had in the U position. And we are currently putting in the work. We're walking away from things that no longer serve us. Oh, you want a drama? Okay, I'm walking away. You want to test me? Okay, I'm going to still walk away, and I'm going to go within, and I'm going to get better, because I don't want to have to deal with any of that. No more. Okay? And you're dreaming, but you're popping the bubbles that no longer serve you, so that when you start to manifest, you're going to manifest reality. Your dreams will become reality. They won't be illusions. They will actually manifest in the 3D. Okay. So that's a beautiful thing to find out in the foundation spot for us. Wow, I'm really excited about that. Okay, what's behind Leo? Well, we've got some dual energies coming in again. We've got some synchronicities again. We've got the same cards again. But yet we've made work in other departments. So I don't feel like it's a stagnation. I definitely feel like it's a planetary transit thing. Again, I told you, we've been having this synchronicity with Aries. Aries is also a fire sign with us, fellow fire sign, in the cardinal position. And, also mutable is Sagittarians. So we do share fire energy with them as well. But this behind us position came with the came with the Emperor, which is the Aries card. And it was paired with the Ace of Fire, which both Aries and Leo have been getting very heavily in their readings as of late. So again, now it's in the direct. But for us, it was in the reverse a couple of times. And then in the last couple of readings, it was in the before us position. Now it's behind us again. So I think many of us have made that shift or starting to make that shift. And currently we're behind some sort of odds with either Mars or with the sign of Aries. That could be a message too with these two cards paired up. But the true message, and this came through as the clarifier, the true message here is the Emperor. Now, this kitty, he's very regal. He's sitting on his throne. Okay, nobody's going to pull a fast one on this kitty. Look at him. He's so regal. He's calm. He's collective. And I know many Aries like this, but I also know how when they get flustered or things don't work out, then this energy can totally also go in the reverse, and then they step off of their throne or they are dethroned or something like that. So maybe perhaps you're, currently what's behind you is a time of this growth process where you really came into your power. You really stepped onto your throne, so to speak. And you said, this is me. These are my values. This is what I'm going to allow. This is what I'm not going to allow. This is what my truths are. And this is the message that I wish to convey onto the universe. That I am the Emperor. That I have this regality about me. That I have this inner zen where I can make firm decisions and stick with them and be okay with that and not let any sort of empathetic energy pierce me. I'm thick-furred, I'm not going to let anything pierce my fur. And that's how this kitty cat feels on his throne. Very much like how an Aries feels when they're in their full power as well. Okay, that's why they are associated with this card, which is a good card to get. All right, and then next, this came through as a clarifier with the Emperor, was the Ace of Fire, which is the Ace of Wands. Okay, fire energy. Aries is fire energy. Leo, we're fire energy. And this is a reward card. This is a reward from the universe. Okay, an initiation, a breakthrough, right? So many Leos have been going through breakthroughs here lately. We've been getting this card quite a bit. So is Aries. Although I believe theirs in the recent has been in the inverse. So they've been having a little trouble with it. But they too have been going through this fire energy. Okay, with this Mars, Sun being in Libra. It's been a lot of lessons to learn. So a lot of duality. And it seems that maybe we're going to be behind this now because Mars will be going into Scorpio, going into a water energy tomorrow on the 9th. Today's the 8th. Okay, so perhaps many of us have been feeling this transition as well, where we're really coming into ourselves, and because we are coming into ourselves, we have been rewarded with some breakthrough. Channel to sacred wisdom also, many of us have gotten in the past where we've really started to step into our power, even though, with the strength card in the reverse, obviously this has not been an easy task by any means, but we are doing it. We're dropping illusions. We're knowing that our magic is good. Our magic is as good as anybody else's. Okay. I'm excited about that. That's good. That's good news. definitely. Okay, so crowning energy, we have the Ace of C in the reverse. So I'll show it to you this way. The Ace of C is a little paw in the water. So we're dealing with cups, hearts energy here, emotions, water energy. And this paw is on a what looks to be like some sort of handmade dream catcher of some sort. It's got beautiful shells and everything on it, but it's washed up on the beach. This is the card of love, and it's in the reverse. So currently we're being crowned with loving energy in the reverse, which could mean a number of things. It could mean, first and foremost, love yourself first. Inner love, right? That's the first message for this card in the reverse, especially in the crowning energy. You've got the brave heart. You've got the ability with the U card, with the strength. With the Six of C here, with the kitten swimming in the pool, that's childlike joy. That's childlike nostalgic joy. You have that inside, and that's what this card in the reverse is telling you. With the Six of Sky, the Six of Swords, you're able to walk away from things that no longer serve you. And you don't feel so guilty. Maybe not as much. Maybe some do still feel guilty, but you don't feel as guilty. Okay, you're really coming out of that energy of feeling guilt about making good decisions for yourself. You shouldn't feel guilty about that. Dropping illusions and stepping into your magical power and having a breakthrough and really coming into this Emperor energy of who you are and what you really stand for. Okay? Inner love. This also could mean that perhaps maybe the loss of an outer love or someone that you loved externally has forced you to go inward because you had to close off that golden thread that connected you to that other person. And when you did, you had to start to fill that space with love, and you had to start to fill it for yourself. You have to love yourself first. And when a plane is going down, they tell you, put the mask on for yourself before you offer any help to anyone else on the plane. Then you can help them put on their mask, but you have to put on your own first. And this is telling you, you have to love yourself first. And when your cup is filled up, it won't be in the reverse. Because then you'll be embodying the energy of reflecting that love, right? Right now you have to fill your cup back up. Fill your heart back up, your heart space back up. And I feel like a lot of us, especially in the crowning energy, we have like this brain drain sometimes, and then you have this loneliness. But there's a difference between loneliness and aloneness. Okay, loneliness means that you're really in pain. You miss someone and you're in pain, and you have to close off that energy that's flowing to the other person or other thing that you love so much that you're channeling that energy to. And once you close it up, you go inward and you start to repair and heal. And when you do that, this card would pop up in the reverse saying, keep doing that. And this is in the crowning energy. So keep doing this, Leos. Keep working on you, making you the best you, putting you in alignment, being happy, okay, knowing you're strong. And if people don't fall into alignment with you, it's okay. You just bid farewell and just walk away from the things that don't serve you. So that's good to know. It's good to know. All right, and this is what's before us. We have the Five of Fire. Five of Fire, which is the Five of Wands. This is the card of competition. The card of competition. And, this kitty here, he is fighting off these 4 other cats, and he's like, oh my gosh, I feel like I'm scratching and scratching and I'm not making any headway. That's the kind of look he has on his face. But this card for us is in the reverse, thankfully. This card has been popping up for us quite a bit lately as well in readings, especially on personal readings. I've been seeing quite a bit of this card popping up for personal readings for Leos especially, and Aries, both of them. So in the future, we are starting to let go of these combative forces, these things that, again, no longer serve us. I mean, if it's not serving us any longer, We're not going to let you dull our magic down, and we're not going to live a life of an illusion. So if it doesn't serve us, then we're like, okay, I'm out. Stage left, you know. So another way of looking at this too would be that competitive forces are starting to drop naturally for you, and you're able to move forward without so much perhaps pessimism or blockages, things that seem stuck, stuff like that. Things will become unstuck now, it seems. So that's good to see in the before us. All right, so how do we need to present ourselves? Currently, we need to present ourselves as the Priestess in reverse. Now, this is one of my favorite cards, especially in this deck. She is the card of intuition. Beautiful kitty cat. She's in an amethyst cave. She lives in an amethyst cave. And she's really embodying a message to us that our intuition is important. And the lessons that we've learned when we went in our brave heart and we went into the crystal cave of our heart. We got past all the fear. We got past all of the, you know, anger and hate and all those things that sometimes will hold you back from getting to this place. Perhaps that's why we're presenting ourselves as it in the reverse, because we currently are still very much in this space and we want to heal, you know, and it's starting to show, especially with the intuition. I think that, you know, in turn, when you go through the dark night of the soul and you're in the amethyst cave and you're in the reverse, you're not ready to leave yet. That I feel very strongly. So many of us are still in here. Many of us are just walking in, perhaps just now, after reading, or hearing this reading, rather. Excuse me. Okay, so beautiful card to get, but we're still very much in here with her. We're really stepping into our intuition, learning from perhaps past mistakes, really trusting, you know, our inner voice, and really, you know, weighing out things. Of course, we're dealing with the Two of Swords, balanced energy, balancing. It's been very piercing energy, deep running energy. Okay, so that's how we're presenting ourselves. Now, how others are seeing us as a dual energy. They are seeing us as the moon and the Three of Sky, which is the Three of Swords, which is the heartbreak card. So let's explain. This is dual energy. So currently with the moon energy, there's a lot of things that have yet to be said. Perhaps many people are picking up on that, that we look maybe a little detached, a little deep in our thoughts. This moon cycle, as you can see the moon in the background, has really sort of propelled people forward that were a little stuck. So definitely people are starting to see that. You're changing. You are really manifesting. Again, you know, you're dropping illusions. So being in the moon, you're reckoning. You're really coming to terms with long-term goals, dreams, hopes, and aspirations. These are things that are very close to your spirit, okay? But yet it's divinely guided, and there's still some time here. But this dual energy came through with it of the Three of Sky. So this is the card of heartbreak. You know, you hope that you can get through this, you know, dark night of the soul and really learn the lessons in which that you're supposed to learn, but yet you fear this broken heart, and you're fearing, I guess, mending this broken heart, because maybe you've got duct tape, you know, super glue, you know, nylon threads holding this heart together from all of the past heartbreak. That is definitely a big message for many Leos, because we wear our heart on our sleeves. And those who have Leo energy for cross-watching, you too wear your heart on your sleeves. And perhaps in your sun sign, you're not sure why you do that, and it might not necessarily be a collaborative energy for you. But Leo energy, when we love big, and when we don't love big. We cut you off. And sometimes people may take that extremely far left, and perhaps maybe that is the intention for some lions, especially lions who are extremely dead set in their decision making. But even naturally, without even really trying hard, we do that quite often, where we give off this impression that everything's under control, but really deep down inside we're hurting. We try to compensate for it in ways that don't necessarily serve us well, and in time we start to see that those were illusions that we casted, and we pop the bubble and we step into our magic. Because I think most Leos have this deep energy that the sun embodies in us, where we feel this creative force. Because, you know, for Leos, our motto is we like to create, and we love to create new energies, new relationships, new camaraderies, new colleagues. We like to, you know, grow and move forward, not stagnate. But this dark night of the soul that we've been in here lately, we have been healing some deep heartbreaks for many of us. And we're still doing it. Still doing it. So others are seeing that in us. They're seeing that we're changing, but we're still brokenhearted to some extent. Now, a hope and a fear for us is the Nine of Sky. This is the Nine of Swords in the reverse. So this is the card of nightmares. As you can see, this kitty cat has every bad thing he can imagine in his head. He's got this big dog here barking at him. He has this crazy, like, rabid-looking kitty cat. This got his fangs out. There's this bird that's going to swoop down and grab him in his sleep. There's fire. There's electricity. There's scorpions. There's ticks. There's snakes. There's everything that this kitty cat fears in his dreams. This is a hope and a fear for us. So luckily this card is in the reverse. Luckily. And many of us who have been, unfortunately, having to embody that energy are starting to come out of it. And we're very hopeful that we can get out of it. We've been putting in the work. We want to balance out the heart space. And some, you know, most oftentimes we come on very strong, and, you know, that is true. Gets us in a lot of trouble. But we do hope, and also equally fear, that these nightmares will be reoccurring. These last couple of weeks, I've been feeling it myself even. So this has been a real thing for many of us in the collective sign of Leo, dealing with nightmares, and we're hopeful that we can get through this. Obviously, this is teaching us a very valuable lesson. I mean, we wouldn't be having a breakthrough if we weren't having some nightmares along with it. It just, you know, the energies wouldn't balance out. And this Aries energy here, you know, the Emperor energy, how can we step into our greatness without having thick fur? This kitty has thick fur, and look at his necklace. He's got all these beautiful jewels and everything, but they're not falling out. You want to fight? You can scratch, but you're not gonna scratch my fur up. I've been through it. And nobody even had to put a paw on me because it was in my dreamscape. If you hear a noise, that's a helicopter overhead. It's an Army helicopter. I live near multiple military bases. All right, so we're going to the outcome now. And that outcome is the Sky Kitten. Nice. Sky Kitten. Sky Kitten is the Princess or Page of Swords. Okay, so this card traditionally is ideas, swift movement, sometimes stalking. Of course, we're Leos. We're going to be watchful. Okay, why do we always got to say stalking is a bad thing? But, you know, we're going to be watching and, you know, stalking on social media. Everybody does it, and Leos do it too. But this card really, as an outcome card, is much more than that. Okay, this kitty is a ribbon up here. You see that ribbon right there? There's a ribbon there, and that kitty wants that ribbon, and he is coming up with some inventive ways to try to get that ribbon. So it's like right now the divine is dangling opportunities as if it were this ribbon right here in front of the kitty, saying, come on, Leos. You know, you're my divine, you're my son, and you guys have to shine. And here's your ribbon. Here's your ribbon. Come get your ribbon. Okay. and we're going to figure out ways to get that ribbon. So this is a positive movement forward for us, after been through all of this in the last, gosh, months now. It's been ever since probably the middle of the summer. June, July, definitely, and during our birthday months. Many of us had rough birthdays this past year, especially with all of the eclipses that we had, both lunar and solar. Okay, that was a lot of energy and a lot of movement in our chart in Leo, and it was a lot. It was a lot to take in. So we've had a breakthrough. Okay, let's talk about this outcome here, and then I'm going to pull some oracle cards for us. And let me just surmise a little few things here. So in addition to what has been said already, I'm definitely seeing many of us are coming out of a time of indecision. Some of you are just now stepping into this space where you're ready to really think things through and step into your strength. And you start to relive positive moments. You're surrounded by this energy, as a matter of fact, where you feel this nostalgia, this loving sun energy. And start to realize that you can feel that energy at any time, and you can cut the things that no longer serve you out just as easily as you can let the joy in. You can cut out the foolishness. So that is definitely going to be at the very nucleus, okay, of what we're embodying right now. That's what's in our headspace heavily for many of us. Okay, and for many people who are dealing with us as well, all of the other planets as well. There's this, overwhelming sense of strength, this overwhelming sense of joy, and this overwhelming sense of passage that we've all made. The very core of our reading, okay? Moving into our foundation, we are starting to pop bubbles of things that no longer serve us. Again, cutting out things that no longer serve us. And keeping in mind that the divine has given us our Leo ribbon to look forward to. We have lots to prepare for. A lot of things to, align in our present that will take us into our future where we get reward. Because our ribbon is our reward. That's how we see it as the Sky Kitten. We're saying, oh, I'm going to get that ribbon. That's my ribbon. I'm going to so attack it. So the 7 of C in our foundation, paired with a clarifier of cat magic in the reverse, both of them are in the reverse, tells me very strongly that a huge amount of us are really coming to terms with reality. Okay, some of us may have been daydreaming, and, yes, we can manifest our daydreams. We know that. We don't always think that, but we do know that it's possible. Many of us have used the law of attraction to our benefit, but we've also utilized it not to our benefit and been impatient about things because we want fast results. Leo likes fast results, but we can be patient too, especially when we know it's necessary. And the overall reading, the energy of the overall reading was the 7 of Earth, which is the card of reverse frustration. So normally we would be very frustrated. We're sitting there, we'll stalk and wait. We will wait and wait and wait and wait and wait, if that's what it takes, right? But the current conditions suggest otherwise. If you want your reward, Leo, as the Sky Kitten, you will have to wait a little bit to prepare for this thing, because by no means are you ready for it yet. You just came out of a time of demon energy, devil cat energy. Okay, so you're stepping into the light now. You're stepping out of a time of darkness, and here we got the sun. Okay, so you stepped out of the darkness and into the light, into your own greatness, because you're, ruled by the sun. And then we have the card of abundance. And Sky Kitten is what's going to get us to abundance, no doubt. Many of us have already manifested abundance. We just have yet to collect it. Perhaps that's why the Magician card is in the reverse, because we don't think it's possible. But we're starting to realize that it is. Oh, sorry. So, overall energy here, Sky Kitten tells us, go for it, but just know that certain things, they come in time. It's okay to wait. It's okay to wait for perfection. It's okay to wait for greatness. It's okay to let things run its course, run its own course. All right, you do your thing and you let the other thing do its thing. If you, as a Leo, feel like something or someone has held you back, no more. This is you, Sky Kitten. You go for it. And this is that situation, and you let it run its course and rectify itself. It does not need you. The seeds have been planted. The fertilizer has been placed. It just needs sun, okay? And it needs time. And it will come to fruition. Just know that. But you've got to put in the effort for yourself and step into your own hopes, goals, dreams, aspirations, okay? So a beautiful reading for us. I'm really feeling it. I'm really feeling it. So let's go ahead and pull some oracle cards for Leo. And go ahead and give it a quick shuffle. I shuffled these earlier, but of course I want to shuffle them again right before we draw. So this is for the collective sign of Leo, 15 December through 31 December 2017. Message or messages that wish to come through for the collective sign of Leo, please. 15 December, 31 December 2017. Let's see who wishes to communicate with Leo. All right, who we got? Okay. Hilarion, divine healing. Honor your sensitivity. Retreat to recharge and heal. Your light can support others. Awesome. And we're the sun too. That's an awesome communication to get. Oh, and this is from the Light Keepers, or Keepers of the Light, sorry. This is from the Keepers of the Light deck. I'm so terrible about mentioning that. I have to get better at that. And then, like Aries, you got El Moria on the bottom. Again, synchronicities here. We've got our Emperor energy over here as well, so they also had this card on the bottom of their deck. You may want to go watch their reading. Perhaps it has additional value for you in there. And they also were in a time, coming out of a time of the Crystal Cave, of the Amethyst Cave. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and pull the book and read the messages for you. I have to take my glasses off because I'm nearsighted. So Hilarion, let's see what page he's on. He's on 44 and El Moria is on 34. Okay. 44, 34. Easy enough, I can remember that. Okay. Let's read Hilarion. Hilarion, divine healing. Honor your sensitivity. Retreat to recharge and heal. Your light can support others. Hilarion is a spiritual master who lived in the Middle East during the 4th century. At the age of 15, he felt the call to go to the retreat of Saint Anthony in the Egyptian desert. This was busy with people needing healing, so after a while he went back home with some monks. During that time, his parents passed away, and it is said that Hilarion was so devoted to service, he gave all of their estate to his brothers and to the poor. For the rest of his life, he lived as a hermit in a cave and was said to perform miracles with his prayers and touch. To this day, he is dedicated to healing, but he also helps spiritual people who feel overly sensitive to overcome their challenges and integrate with the normal world. His extended message to you today is the world can seem overwhelming to you, and it's okay to retreat to a safe space every now and then to cleanse and recharge your energy. You may feel called to serve others or share your healing with them, but please ensure you are filled up with light, love, and energy first, so that you are not sacrificing your own development for that of others. You are surrounded by the healing light of Hilarion and the healing angels at this time so that you can recharge and feel whole. Oh, wow, that is awesome. So we're having divine healing right now. That is amazing. Well, I'm glad to hear that, fellow Leos. I don't know about you guys. Okay, and then 34. We go to El Moria. El Moria. El Moria is awakening presence. The universe is with you. Wear a cloak of protection and love. El Moria is a spiritual name that was given to protect the identity of Ranbir Singh, a spiritually aware man born into a powerful family that ruled Kashmir, a region in the Indian subcontinent, in the 19th century. It is said that he interceded both spiritually and physically to stop the British invasion of the region in 1845. This wise soul is now able to help us remove any energy from our life that is not serving our connection to God. He is a wonderful guide to call on if we are unsure if something is real or not. He helps awaken our I am presence, which is our truest connection to our soul and to the universe itself. His extended message to you today is that spiritual protection is important at this time. Ensure that you are cleansing your energy before putting on protection. El Moria is here with a legion of angels to help you understand where you are now, fire up your divine connections, and detach from dramas, people, places, and emotions that no longer serve you. Remember that within you there is a mighty soul light. Allow that light to shine through your entire being. Then call on El Moria and his angels to surround you in a light that will keep you safe on all levels. Also know that facing fears and seeing the truth will strengthen your connection to the universal life force. Amazing. So an awakening presence and a divine healing. So we're awakening to divine healing. That's really what it is. Again, that strength energy here. We're in the amethyst cave. Like El Moria said, we're dropping illusion. We're learning our magic. Okay, that summed it up very nicely. All right, and we know that we're a regal emperor. We're actually a regal lion even. And we can walk away from people and stuff that no longer serve us. We know that childlike joy exists. We know that inner love is absolutely a thing for us. We've been through the dark night of the soul. We're still in it, actually. We're not over yet. We've had plenty of heartbreak. But we're ready to heal it because we're tired of the nightmares. It's a hope and a fear. But we're coming out of this because we know that we're going to be the soul controller towards our reward. And we're ready to take that leap. We're ready to move forward. And we're ready to, turn our ideas into a reality. That's definitely a fantastic message to get. So, I hope you enjoyed this message, Leo. Thank you so much for connecting. Let me put my glasses back on so I can see. Please keep in mind that this is a general reading. And if its messages didn't resonate or if you have specific questions that you need answered, definitely by all means book a private reading with me and we can take a look at your situation. Okay. All the information is in the description box below. And I definitely look forward to connecting with you again. These are mid-monthlies, so I'll be back in the beginning of the year. Also, lastly, let me know what's going on with you in the comments box below and share that with other fellow Leos so that they, can collaborate with you and you guys can understand the energy together. All right. And also, please, 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 if you haven't already, subscribe, like, and share this video with other Leos or people who have Leo in their chart. And if you can, donate. All that information is in the description box as well below. Just know that your love and support is greatly appreciated. And I respect and appreciate all of you. Okay. So thanks so much for connecting, Leo. I look forward to seeing you around the first of the year, and I wish you the best. Take care.